Well, hello everybody. Welcome back. It's time to start a new little series here, a new mod for Dark Souls 3 called the Convergence. This is really a good mod. I really enjoy the hell. So what I'm going to do on this one is take you through. Let's see what we're going to take you through um, the Geomancer, which is one of the new classes. They have a few. Well, actually, I think there's about half a dozen or so new classes in this mod. And let's see, there's one right there: the Cursed Hollow, the Duelist, the Berserker, and even some of the ones that they've had have changed. That they've always had have actually changed a little bit. But the Berserker, I mean, they've got some really cool new ones. Now, see, like the Paladin in this version, in the Convergence, he starts with that big hammer, whereas in Cinders he started with a huge claymore, I think. There's just so many different kinds. And see, this one starts with a Demon Scar. It's basically a Pyromancer. I've noticed Pyromancy in this game is pretty intense. Can be pretty powerful spells. You have to really get your faith and intelligence up quick. But I mean, to see all the different classes they've got, they're just really pretty cool. And new. Okay, see the Arrowmancer. That's a new one. That's a new type of upgrade. You got the Pyromancer. You got magic. You've got sorcery. Now you've got Arrowmancy, which is whoops. They're air-based spells. That fires like an air spike. Then the Warlock actually starts out with some pretty cool sorcery. The White Sorcerer Archard, he's not that great. It's a kind of a wishy-washy character, but I'm sure you could do something with it if you really get used to your imagination. But and they've even got a blood magic now with the Blood Priest. Your Pyromancer starts out with a couple good spells. There's what we're going to do today is a Geomancer. They've also got the Cryomancer, which starts out with everything with frost. You start out with a frost ball, like the dark ball or like a fireball. And this one here, Ice Blast. What it does is it sends a blast of ice in a line out on the ground. And it homes on whoever you're aiming it at. There's also a spell later on that's ice. It's like Ice Blast, only it's more powerful, and it will instantly kill an enemy. And these are Pyromancy. They're dark Pyromancy base. You can see it starts with the Dark Flame Glove. But the Geomancer, that's a Pyromancy too. It starts with a new type of glove that is physical based. And you start out with a rock throw, which basically you just throw this huge rock at things, and you start out with poison. But it has some really good spells. So we're going to start out with him. Now, the burial gifts, they're not that great. And all these things down here, these are the reinforcement and upgrade agents. In order to start out with these, you almost have to go through the game and play a character and find out what the weapon that they're using takes to upgrade, and that way you can start out with the 3 whatever. But you also got your Titanite shards, so you know your standards. And there's no master key in this one. So what I start out with is Homeward Bones, and the reason is all of your NPCs like Cornix, the Pyromancer, Arena, the Miracles. Those guys, you are able to, well, I'll show you, you're able to access those at the very beginning of the game. We'll call this guy, let's see, let's call him George for Geo. Okay, let's go ahead and start this, because I want to start this and then I'm going to take you to the character that I have developed from my Geomancer. Show you how this guy starts out. And then I'm gonna switch it over to the Geomancer that I have now. I'm about ready to start the New Game Plus. So I've created my character. I've actually completed probably almost all of the. Well, I have created all completed all of the base part of the game and the mod. I still haven't killed the Lord of Cinder, and I'm in the Ring City right now. Or not the Ring City, the Untended Graves. They've changed some of the bosses. They haven't changed them, they've moved them around, but there is a brand new boss. But anyway, here's how this guy starts. He starts out with a boulder throw. Let me show you what that is. And that does some pretty good damage. And the axe that you're using, let's change to the stats here real quick. See, the axe is a stone hand axe. Whoops. And that, it's just a really, it's really a good strong axe. Now here's the new flame, the doused flame. It's a catalyst with physical affinity. This actually, you can use any of the pyromancy flames or gloves to use the geomancy, but this actually is supposed to give you a little bit more power in it. Okay, here's the caveat on that one. I have in the game I've got, you'll see when we get to it, the game that I have going right now, I'm at like level 1 something. I'm using a regular. I'm using a regular pyromancy flame, but it's actually a chaos flame, which is a little bit stronger. You can actually use it to cast pyromancies of all kinds. But this guy starts out with, your Geomancer starts out with everything that it wears reduce the cost of pyromancies. So basically, let's see, 2%, 4, 6, about just wearing these right here reduces your pyromancy by 10% approximately. This, they got new covenants. That increases your casting speed, and then you get a ring of manipulation, which boosts physical damage for your axe, so it kind of helps. But your axe actually starts out with about 155. And your pyromancy glove starts out at 2 1/4, which is not too bad. So anyway, let me show you kind of what this is. We'll take you up here and show you how everything works. Because I love the shield. I mean, if I'm using any kind of weapon, that's pretty good. There's a new object back here. Let's go ahead and go in real quick and show you. There's a new object back in here. It's a dagger. Not that big a deal, but when you finally make it to Firelink, the first thing I do is you can buy a shield from the handmaiden. It's not that great, it's only like 65% on physical. Let's do this again. And it's kind of a ranged attack too. Now, you see that took 700 and something on the first hit. Well, and this thing isn't even, it's not even reinforced at all. But you can also see back there in the background, there's 3 guys back there. Pick up this, and I'm going to show you the first boss too. This first boss is not Gunder. Well, let's see. Pretty strong. See, I hate that without the shield. Yeah, I'm not going to take it. Whoa, that's one of the axe guys. I don't like those guys to begin with. Let's see if we can kill you real quick. See, these, the soul count on these when you kill something is just a hair higher on some of the enemies anymore, and than they are on others. But anyway, let's get around here and see. We don't even have a bonfire here this time around, so you basically have to. But the boss is not Gunder. It's one of those one of those dogs from later in. I think it's Anorlando. The ones you have to go down in the basement at Anorlando, and you get the Ring of Favor from them. That's what's down there, or at the beginning of the Irithil on the bridge. The big, I call it the big beast dog. But there's a few more. Okay, good. We got a runner else to come after. So there's one down. Yeah, there are. They're actually pretty strong. Okay. Let's swallow this. Is run and jump. Let him shoot at me one more time. Oh, didn't even want me to do that. We're gonna run right by everybody. Oh shit. Let's go try. See, there's our first. You son of a bitch. Coward. Not that tough to beat. Just with the axe. Killed it pretty easy. This is cool. This is a new feature to Dark Souls 3. And now you see that we've got Hollow's Remains. You need those to help upgrade some of your weapons or some of the items that you have. You have to have those to be able to get the right item to upgrade whatever it is. I mean, it's kind of complicated, but it's pretty cool. Anyway, but see these statues right here? What these are this is the same thing as the boss memory souls you used to get every time you would kill one in the Cinders mod. So let's go over to, where's he at? The guy we just did. What happens is when you kill one, I don't see it, maybe I gotta rest. When you kill a boss, what will happen is on the front of each, there we go. On the front of each one is a lantern. See, that's the boss we just killed. So if you want to, like if you want to collect those hollow remains, because that's the only way you can get those remains is by killing a boss. But you need so many of those to do some of your upgrades and reinforcements. Anyway, all you have to do is resurrect him, and he will resurrect right there, and you can fight him again as many times as you want. So it's basically like that, the boss soul memories from the Cinders mod. And that will happen. So that's how many bosses you've got in this game. They've added some new ones, and I think a few of these are like the mini bosses. But it's really they've kind of taken this more in a direction of the vanilla, the original base game. I'd say probably 95% of all your bonfires are back in the original place. Plus they've added some new ones, made them a little bit more convenient. A lot of your Estus shards, bone shard, and undead bone shards are all in the original locations, with one or two new locations. So you can see that spells pretty good. Let's get up here to Firelink, and I'll show you the new. Yeah, so you got guys all over here, and also you've also got. Whoops. Got an enemy NPC that you have to. Wow, little bitch. Right here at the top of the hill, there's an enemy NPC that you have to kill. I mean, you can run by him if you want to, but if you want to be able to put the coiled sword into the bonfire and light it, he has to be dead, because he is where you get the sword from. Sword. Because we obviously didn't get it from the beast we just killed. And this guy, at least they made it easy enough to where you're starting out without shields on. Most of your characters don't have a shield of some type. They have some type of magic, which is pretty cool. There he is right there. Windswept pine resin, and so that's one of the Pyromancer ones. And the Sword Master's up there, and there's a bunch of other stuff up there too. Anyway, once we get down here to the Firelink, I'm gonna take you to my new character. Okay, and see those headstones out there? Each one of those gets you an automatic warp that takes you to Cornix the Pyromancer. This one takes you to Arena, the miracle worker I call her. This takes you to Orbeck the sorcerer, and this one takes you to Carla the dark sorcery. And there are also other, excuse me, there are other headstones like that at various places around the whole, not just Firelink, but around the whole Dark Souls areas. One of them takes you to Grey Rat, if you can find it. I think it's upstairs in one of the upper towers. And they take you to different places. And let's see, I think... Yeah, see, there's a guy back there in the back. And see, there's one there. There's him. I see there's a message in front of him. See, there's another Divine Spear Monument. What that is the fire in the Ringed City. And in the Ringed City, you can pick up another covenant. And then you come back and you read this message. It says, this guy is waiting for Orbeck of Enheim. He's waiting for Orbeck the sorcerer. Once you get Orbeck down here into the Firelink Shrine, this guy sells you light sorcery things. Down over there, that knight standing there, he's waiting for Arena to show up. When she shows up, he sells dark miracles. Then up in, well, I guess I'll go ahead and go on up. No, we'll wait. I'm going to go ahead and what's the deal here? I had this happen once before. I think there's a glitch in the program. Even though I've got the coil, there we go. On one of the ones I had, one of the games I played, I don't remember what character it was. I think it was the Warlock. After I killed the beast that came in here and had the coiled sword, there was already a coiled sword embedded, and I couldn't light it. So I had to play through to the tower in Lothric, light that bonfire, and then I was allowed to travel back here and lit it. There's just some glitch, I guess. Anyway, that's how you start out as a Geomancer. Now what we're going to do is I'm going to show you the character of my Geomancer, the way I have him built up as of right now. I was kind of really not... Oh, and there's also... I'm going to show you a place where you can farm souls out the ass. I had over 1 million souls, and it only took me about an hour to get them. There are some neat things in this thing here. Okay, let's load the game. We want... Where there he is, right? Is that him? Is that me? There I am, right there. We're at level 150. I'm going to show you what can be done with some of the new. Okay, here we are now. Now I'm in the Untended graves. I just killed, and this boss right there is usually the crazy mad Gunder. This is some blue glowing demon. I mean, it's just one of those huge stray demons, like is on top of the tower in Wolf or in Farron Swamp or in the swamp, whatever. That's what was there. But anyway, here's my guy right now. You see my I have Chaos Storm, which is this one right here. And let me tell you, that is. But I've got my stats kind of buffed up a little bit. I'm still a Geomancer, but I'm more of a Pyromancer. Once you get to this point, some of the Geomancer spells are not quite as damaging as the Pyromancer, as the fire. But I've got my attunement up to 36, endurance and vigor to 35, and both of my intelligence and faith. Now my luck I've got up to 11. I started out at 10, and that really helped me get a couple of items that really will help. When we get ready to go do to farm souls out on Smoldering Lake, you're going to want to have this right here, the symbol of avarice, because this increases your luck. Let's see how much it increases. Oops, I didn't want to do that. Increases but it also drains your HP, but it increases your luck by like 20. I mean, it's just, it really makes it easier to collect things, because what you're going to want to do, well, I got to find out who I was, where was it, what the hell did I have? I don't remember what, I don't know what oh, I do remember, that was this one right there. Anyway, so we've already got the coil fragment and everything, but we've also got the abyssal flame. That is for dark, any of your dark spells. But you can see where we're in the prisoner's chain and everything else. This is a new ring. The charred bandit boosts fire damage by 10. This is a really cool new set of rings. It boosts fire defense and fire attacks by 10%. Applies fire damage on roll. In other words, if you roll through an enemy, it'll catch them on fire. And it reduces the FP consumption by 10. Pyromancer. This one does the same thing for physical attacks. This does for darks. And here's a few other new rings. The Battle Mage Band increases physical damage by 15%. And the rings stack. So that's increases physical damage by 15, physical damage by 5. You put two of them together, you're increasing your physical damage by 20%. Magic, lightning, dark. There's some more physical damage. So if you want to wear that, and that, you would have 35% physical damage increase. So a lot of the rings and the buffs on the armor and everything. See, that's what I'm wearing. It boosts my strength, dex, and faith each by 2. I mean, and they're all different kinds of. There's one. Boost poise 20, increases bleed and frost resistance. Boost attunement, gives you 2 extra slots, or gives you, not 2 extra slots, boost attunement by 2. They just got a whole lot of good stuff in here. I was going to say, and they got some new things, magic urns. Like your fireballs, you use these, this causes magic damage, this causes poisoning, this causes bleed, this causes frostbite, this causes bleed, but the maggots. They've also got some that turn your enemy into your friend. But here's a new little thing. These are unlimited use, and you carry them in the same slots you would these, and they have these blades that just come up out of the ground. But here's some of the new white blossoms consumed to temporarily boost poise. I mean, they've got some new stuff. So there's a new where's a new one? Yeah, that's the new soul. That's the new boss that's in the Untended Graves. So anyway, and you can see in my other and here's let me show you one of the dark souls. Yeah, that one right there. This is a black ice burst. I love this. Now you can't see it, but it actually shoots it. Here, let's go inside. I just killed the boss. I haven't even been inside yet. I just opened the doors before I stopped this character. There's usually somebody at the helm that wants this. Yeah. And this one's pretty good too. This is my favorite of the pyromancy ones. Let me find somebody to throw this at. It just pretty much melts anything and everything it touch. Watch it. And those guys are pretty tough. And when actually I have been up here. There on top of there was a new stray demon. I just killed him before I got up here. I picked up the coil, but I haven't been around anywhere else. But this has changed just a little bit. There was an NPC, and you've got these. You can still go to the little headstones and go to the places. It'll take you to whichever one it says. But I don't know if you can even go up in the tower on this. Oh, you can. I haven't been up in the tower yet. This is new territory. This could be dangerous. At least I don't have very many souls to lose. I'm checking things out here. Let's see what's up in the tower this time. Yeah, see right there on the old tree, right there on the, when we get back to regular Firelink, right there, there's a board that runs up so you don't have to jump the tree. You can just run straight up onto the roof now instead of going all the way up through the tower. Nothing there. Okay, let's see if I think that I killed that the demon on top of the tower from down there with one of these spells. Okay, let's see. We'll go check this out, and then we'll. Oh, I bet it's still locked. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, the demon was down over there where you have the big crystal lizard in the Cinders mod. I'm curious, I haven't been up in the tower in this one, on the Untended Graves. So let's see what's up here. Let's see if there's any new surprises. I've got my weight. What's my weight ratio? 61%. Okay. Because I don't know if there's anything new around here, and that doesn't look like it. I've been wrong before. Let's go up around between the buildings. Oh, there's a new something there. What the hell is that? Huh. Let's go ahead and roll around between the buildings real quick. Let's see if there's any new. Here, nothing here. Let's go back up under the tower, then we'll go up and pick that little shiny up here once we get to the tower and find out. Because I'm curious as to if there's anything up here worth coming up here for now. Oh, same ones. Yeah, here's one. Where does this take you to? That takes you to Grey Rat. Okay, let's go up where the Swordmaster was. Let's see if there's anything down over here. In the Cinders mod, there's like chests up here behind each. No, nothing up here. Let's run. Can we run down the tunnel? See if there's anything. Oh, there's something back here. There's a shiny. Yeah, she's still here. There's a shiny back here. Let's see if it's still the blacksmith hammer. Yep. And that's still the him back there. Okay. Well, let's run and get that shiny real quick, and then we'll go on. We'll go to Smoldering Lake, and I'll show you how to farm souls. Just make sure there's no bad guys. There's no new bad guys hiding up around here I haven't seen yet. Oh yes, there he is. What we got? Chaos Blade. Ooh, really? Let's see if that's gonna. And this, actually the sword I'm using right now is at the broadsword that you get at the very early part of the game, that's hide behind the skeleton. This is the same broadsword, and I just upgraded it to where it's now. Hang on. My attack power on this broadsword, just a cheap ass broadsword, is 933. And look at my Pyromancer glove, my Chaos glove are up there too. So I don't think we can be able to get in there. Nope. Okay, let's go ahead, now that you've kind of seen the beginnings here, let's go ahead and let's go to Smoldering Lake, and we'll show you how to farm some souls real quick. And all you gotta do is just stand there and watch. It's unbelievable. Okay. Actually, let's see. I want to show you what it takes for the upgrades for the Pyromancy gloves now. Let's see. And she sells some new stuff. She sells new things. She sells all those new urns. She sells, I mean, just all the gems. And there's some new gems too. There's the stone gem. What was the other one? The deep gem, no, I think it was an air gem, there it is. And the divine gem used to be the holy gem. But they also sell, she sells the coal for Andre the Blacksmith. You can buy them now. If you don't buy these and give this to him, you cannot infuse your weapons. Because that's what you use to infuse the weapons. So you can buy pyromancy gloves and look at all the armor. So when you first start the game, you come here, you are able to buy like these first shields right here. If you like a shield, which I do, just buy one and it's better than not having one at all.
Ashen one.
Yeah, I know. Okay. Yeah, see, you need large molten titanite shards, glimmering dust, large etched titanite shards. Now, see, he does sell these, but you have to have Hollow's remains in order to buy them. And how do you get Hollow's remains? By killing the bosses. So you have to go back. In order to get molten titanite shards, you have to kill the boss that we just killed. Every time you kill him, he drops one of these hollow remains. So you gotta have one of those to buy one. I still haven't figured out what these are for. There's a lot of things in here I haven't figured out yet, because the wiki on this is not very complete. There's a couple of spells that I haven't bought yet or tried, but check them out. I mean, it's 800 FP cost on this one. Whoops. It's 810. But it costs chaos remnants, and I have no idea how to get chaos remnants. There's a lot of things on here I haven't figured out yet.
Not be gone for long.
Oh, I do want to show you the up in the tower. There's two NPCs up in the tower, up in Firelink Tower. Show you those real quick. See, now we're getting ready to begin the Undead Journey, or begin Journey 2. Forging from the Cinders mod is now called Alchemy Crafting. They have healing potions. Besides your Estus, you can have these as like on a reserve. So if you're running out of Estus and you have these give you like about 10% of your health back. This one's for FP, HP and FP. They got these little things here boost damage against different types of enemies. And there's our urns and everything. But anyway, let's see. Let's go ahead and travel to the tower real quick. Firelink Tower. That's a new bonfire, which is where you pick up the Firekeeper's soul at the beginning of the game when you go up into the tower. Now you've got two NPCs. This guy, when I first saw him, I about shit my pants. I thought, oh my god, he got a bad guy. But this is actually, he sells the Geomancers. Got all these. I've got bombardment. I've got the boulder heap. Got all these. Got the toxic mist. Now he also sells the whatever it takes to reinforce. Whoops. Hang on. Now I haven't figured out what some of these are for. But then this little guy over here, I don't think I can do anything with him because Warbeck and Benheim's already gone. But she sells, or he sells, whatever this thing is, sells Pyromancer. Okay, now let's go to Smoldering Lake. And I'll show you how to farm some souls. There we go. Go to the and this would have to, in order to get the maximum amount of souls, and if you want to farm things, I'll show you how. There's also like one of the things you need to upgrade the pyromancy is called a murky sediment. Okay, then what you need to do is go into these guys and find out. See, it says enables collection of proof of concord kept, wolf blood swordgrass, human dregs, various reinforcements, sacred idols. Those are used. All these things that you can pick up with these things are new infusion or upgrade material, things you need to upgrade with. Collection of murky sediments. And what you'll do is, let's go ahead. I actually could use to collect a few of those. Now, what you do to collect the most amount of souls is, that's why this is important. As soon as you put this on, your HP starts going down. Pretty slow, but it goes down. Put everything on that will help you collect souls, which would be the Shield of Want, because you're not going to really be fighting anything here. Let's see, where it is. That. So we've got the Shield of Want, that, and that. That gives us souls. That ups everything. And last time, I think I put on a glove that's kind of boosts luck. We're not going to do that this time. So anyway, you're in the Abandoned Tomb. And get one of your spells ready. Doesn't matter which one. One of the good ones. I use either the Chaos Bed Vestiges or the Black Ice Burst. This is the other spell I was telling you about earlier when we started this whole thing. But anyway, see, your health has already gone down. See how it's dropping? Just keep an eye on it. And run out the Abandoned Tomb, out to Smoldering Lake. And first time I saw this, I could not believe it. I couldn't believe it was giving me all these souls. Now watch my soul count. Check this out. There are stray demons. There's giants. There's Gru. There are those things from catacombs. See, murky sediment. You collect those. See, look at our soul count. I think I figured on average, the soul count is between 60 and 80,000. Souls if you do it this way. And you just basically stand there and watch them die. See, there goes the soul count. We're up to 50,000 already. More murky. And you just collect all your murky sediments or whatever you need for your upgrades. And then what I do is this. I go out and play. So I got some powerful spells. Look how far that... Look at that bad boy. And basically just clean them out. Just get you more souls. So I don't want this big guy. You do have to watch those guys though. And you see them coming towards you, run back up to the bonfire. If you want to stop and do that. Twinkling Titanite, okay. But yeah, be sure and keep an eye on your health. I almost died there. But see, we're at 80,000 souls right now. But anyway, I go back out here and just hit your lock on button. That way, you make sure you clear everybody out. But you don't want them. These are the Black Knights. These guys are deadly. Unless you're just... But see, look at all the shit out there. Okay, before you do it, to save yourself from dying, just switch your hats back to whatever you were wearing before. Up your Estus, and then run out and collect all the crap they left. Now check all the shit, because you're wearing that thing of Avarice. Almost everything that died dropped something. Chaos Gems, Titanite Shards, Chaos Gem, Titanite Shards, Heavy Gems, Charcoal Pine Resins, Fire Gem, Titanite Chunks, Chaos Gem. As I see, you can see there's some new things out here too. That right there, this is pretty cool. See, there's your there's where we came in at. That right there takes you up to the thing that fires the big arrows. Instead of having to go all the way up and around down through the Demon Ruins to get to it to shut it off, you can go up there. But you still should go through the Demon Ruins because there's some new things down there. I think you still got some. You got some enemy NPCs up around that thing. Well, I'll just take a quick run up there just to show you. And on the other side over there is two bridges. You can still get to the stray demon or the fire demon boss. You can still get to all the areas under there, but there's also 2 giant crabs on the other side of those bridges over there. But anyway, this takes you up to the level with the big thing that launches the big arrows down at you. The big pain in the ass. And I think I've killed all the I killed all the NPCs, thank God. But see, this takes you right up to it. So you don't have to go, you can come up here and shut this off and then clear everything out down here. I think there's still, if I remember right, there was still 1 big worm down here. Just 1 instead of 3 like in the Cinders mod. But they've added some new, obviously, yeah, you can see over there the new entrance, the same entrance to the Fire Demon, and the entrance up to the Demon Ruins and all that stuff. Like I said, they've changed a few things around. They've made it a little more interesting. Each mod, the Cinders mods were great. A couple of the Cinders mods gave you a hell of a lot more souls and, you know, more powerful, and that was cool. But this is more, it seems like it's more of a level playing field to a point. But I'm really into this Convergence mod. I'm really liking it. So anyway, there's your basics of the new Convergence mod for Dark Souls. It's not completely different than Cinders. It's just a new twist on the game. And like I say, you've got some good, powerful spells. You do have to build them up. I've got to say, if you want to be a Pyromancer, you can really be a good, strong Pyromancer now. Build up your weapons and everything. But there's a few new classes to play with. I'm gonna be playing all the different kinds of classes, learning. I'll probably put a walkthrough on here eventually for this, because there are some like out in the Fair and Keep in the swamp out there, in order to get to the tower where you normally would get the ashes and the Wolf of Farron and all that kind of stuff. You can't get there with a ladder. There's different ways to get it. They put in new obstacles. It's really pretty cool. So anyway, I hope everybody is, you know, interested in this mod as I am, and I hope everybody likes it, and everybody plays with it, and really gets you. I'm hoping everybody gets to play it, and some people add to the wiki, because some of these bosses, none of the bosses are listed in the new wiki about this. Some of it's new enough mod that some of the items aren't listed, but none of the bosses are listed. And we need to get some of the bosses in there on their way. Like the boss there at the Untended Graves, he is very weak to fire. So there's a hint somebody can add to the wiki. I used my Chaos Bed Vestiges, and it took about 10 shots at him, but it killed him. Dark doesn't work. Physical doesn't work against him. Fire was the only one. So anyway, thank you all for watching, and I hope you enjoyed it. I hope this is informative, and if you like the video and like the mod, I think I'm going to try to leave a link to the mod in the comments below. So hope you all liked it, and if you did, leave a comment and or leave a like, and I hope to see y'all later. I'll probably be making a few more videos of this. So y'all have a good one. We'll talk to you later.